Hey there, YouTube. How you all doing today? Another beautiful spring day here in South Alabama, and even though I like cooler weather, I'm not going to really complain because we have had some spectacular weather this week. Just blue skies, 80, 82 degrees. So it's hard to complain too much when it's beautiful days outside. Now, when it's gray and overcast, then it can get a little bit aggravating. But anyhow, today I wanted to share some powerful extras to add to your plant-based diet. I've just been, kind of over the last few months filling in some gaps, just tweaking things a little bit, adding to my nutrition. And like I say, as I'm always talking about gut health, the microbiome, and how much I listen to Dr. Bulsiewicz on podcasts, I've just really focused a lot over the last few months, which just was ramped up from the last couple of years, on the gut health and just doing as much possible for my health in general and in my gut as possible. And also too, I've got my notes, so I'll be looking down and looking at this from time to time. I've listened to a couple of talks of his when he mentions spices. And like I say, that's why I listen to some talks over and over, and sometimes I'll listen to the same speaker and over, because my brain doesn't exactly record everything. It doesn't remember everything. So a lot of times when I hear things repeated a number of times, they kind of sink in. And one thing I've really been trying to add a lot lately, and I'm talking about a lot, like on a regular basis. I don't mean a lot as in quantity to any one meal or food, and that is spices. They're so good for our gut health. Yes, they're spices. They're just these little powders, but they're so good for our gut health. And the reason why is because of their polyphenol content. And what gives the spices, that's what gives the spices their colors. And they also have these different phytochemicals, which is what gives you the taste of them. And they all have benefit. Now I'm going to talk about a few that I use on the reg, as we say. But you know what? As I was getting ready to do this video, I'm like, I'm going to start looking into other spices, because I tend to just kind of stick to certain ones mostly. But I'm like, with those bright colors, those various colors, I'm sure there's a lot of spices that I'm missing and forgetting. So anyhow, the first one is turmeric. Turmeric is a very powerful spice. It's got profound anti-inflammatory properties, because one thing I found really interesting is it activates the exact same pathway as ibuprofen and other drugs. And while I don't take those a lot, I have had from times in the spring where I get headaches from allergies and stuff. And I have taken, what did I used to take? Was it Aleve or something like that? But I would take something with ibuprofen from time to time. I try to take those things as little as possible, but now if I do absolutely have a headache or something, which is not very often, I'll just end up taking Tylenol. But the turmeric has those same exact, like a lot of the properties as ibuprofen, and without the side effects. That ibuprofen too, like I say, it's not good for the liver. It messes with your microbiome. It's just something that is better to stay away with whenever possible. Another thing too that I always do, I've just gotten good about it, is you want to pair your turmeric with black pepper, just regular black ground pepper, because that increases the absorption of the turmeric substantially. Now some people say, I'm not going to throw a number out there because I've heard incredible amounts that I don't like. I think I heard somebody say it increases it 2,000 times once. That's a big exaggeration. I think I've heard Dr. B say maybe 10 to 20 times before, but it's good stuff. So when you're using turmeric, just ground a little bit of, black pepper in there. Another one that I have been using a good bit is ginger, and I keep ginger powder. Let's show the ones here's my turmeric. I got some ginger powder. Now I keep the ginger powder just around for convenience and around for certain different types of things, and I'll tell you in a minute how I kind of use my spices. But I also keep fresh ginger. I've got fresh ginger over there as well. Now what I will do is with the ginger, the turmeric, and the black pepper, is I just put them on a lot of different things. I'm just like, I don't even think about it, because a lot of times too, even though I like the taste of curry, I like the taste of turmeric, just using a little bit is not going to affect the flavor that much. So yeah, I'm making a big salad, I'll just sprinkle some turmeric over there, put a little black pepper on there, sprinkle a little ginger on there. Now, as you guys know, I've told many times, I'm not fully raw. I eat cooked food. When I cook beans, I put it in there. So the point being is you can use these different spices in different things, whether it's raw, cooked, soups, salads, whatever. So start looking at that spice rack and see what you can find up there. Now, while I don't think garlic is actually a spice, I'm high on garlic as well. And I know there is that religious faction of the raw food people that think garlic is evil. Sorry, dude, we ain't gonna never agree on that. So you might as well not even try with me. Garlic, it has allicin, which is an antioxidant. And it is good for the gut as well. It's an antimicrobial. Garlic is just really good stuff. So I highly recommend, getting some of that stuff. The ginger is full of antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. Now another one that's a little sweeter that I like to use a lot is cinnamon. Sometimes I'll just sprinkle this in a smoothie or whatever. I don't use this. I'll be honest. I don't use the cinnamon as much as I use the other, but still good to keep around the house. Cinnamon is so good for you. And another one is this organic chili powder. This actually has good stuff in it. Sometimes I've showed chili powder in the past, and you would think I've got some processed chemical storm of stuff here. Let me read you what's the ingredients, and this is organic. The ingredients in here is organic chili powder, organic cumin, organic oregano, organic coriander, organic garlic, organic, okay, I don't have my reading glasses on, organic allspice, and organic cloves. So once again, good stuff. Use these things. Now, from there, we're going to shift gears. And also, spices don't cost that much. That was another purpose of this. The spices, they're not that expensive. Just use them. Oh, one last one in there. Fennel. That's something although I don't generally have gas and bloating, fennel, good for gas and bloating. Now, the next thing, I talked about this in a lot of videos before, and I think I even mentioned specifically, but I've also been doubling down on the omega-3s. And I got flaxseed, and I've got chia seed. Now, I've recently started using a lot more flaxseed and a lot more chia seed. One of the biggest reasons is flax and chia have a better omega-3 to 6 ratio. They have more omega-3s than the hemp seeds, which I still love the hemp seeds. But another thing too is they are a lot cheaper than the hemp seeds. That's the reason I got it in here. I bought this at Everman over in Pensacola, and I want to say, I don't want to exaggerate, but I want to say that I did buy some chia seeds. This isn't the chia seeds I bought there, but I want to say that like flax seeds are maybe $3.25, $3.50 there, and flax seeds are about $3.50, and chia seeds, they're all very cheap. So when I'm using those, they're very economical. And something else I've done, I think I mentioned this in one of my many videos where I'm talking about getting more variety in our food, is now when I make a smoothie, what I used to do, I was just on autopilot. I make this, and I just put my hemp seeds in there. Every once in a while I would put chia seeds in there. Now I mix it up. I get a little bit of all the best worlds. Like I made a green smoothie, was it 2 afternoons ago? And I put a tablespoon of flaxseed in there. I put a tablespoon of chia seeds, and I put a tablespoon of hemp seeds. So the point being today is there's just things besides the actual food, though all of these things are classified as food, that we can be adding. And this is a lot of these spices and stuff. This is folk medicine. This is what people used to use. This is what mountain folks and healers were using. So a lot of little different things out there. I'm going to explore my spice rack. I know there's good stuff. I use paprika as well, but with that bright, vibrant color, I know that there's good health benefits there too. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Have a great rest of the week. Might see you tomorrow, might see you Saturday, but I'll see you sometime in the next few days. So peace.